Hey, I just wanted to sit here and do a video about, one of my first videos. I also have to apologize for my frustration on my previous video. I've been going through a lot currently, and and a lot of stuff I hear on social media and whatnot. So that's my fault. Also, as far as my job situation, after finding the second job, I'm decided that I'm literally just going to be at my job until literally until it crashes and it burns. That's a long situation. We're actually about to close my job, actually. So, which is why I just want prayers that I can actually get a second job. So that my wrist is bugging me. I carry a lot of heavy stuff at my job, even though I work at a restaurant. Prayers that my wrist gets better, and I gotta crack the news to my mom about something, and it's personal. That, and I'm gonna get into this video. I want to make this short because I have some other stuff that I want to talk about. God gave me confirmation about a celebrity. And I've also been told that now I have to be careful of how I word things. Even though I don't really care, I have to be careful of how I word things because now I'm actually being watched now. My channel is actually being watched. So, well, you gotta be doing something right if your channel's being watched. So, and it's specifically about this celebrity. Once I release this video about the celebrity, which I'll be doing today. That, and when I release a video about this celebrity, I'm also going to be posting footage that I pulled up from the celebrity, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. In which case, that's another thing. I also won't be here long because I actually went from a warning for a video I posted, and then now I got my first strike. In which case, YouTube really isn't being that merciful to people. After their first strike, they've just been taking their channels down. In which case, I have other backup accounts, but I got a lot of stuff I got to do on my end. So, but I also have a TikTok that connects to this account. So anything that pertains to imagery, I'm going to use my TikTok and I'm going to post it on here, which is a good thing. But it's already 3 minutes into this video, but just wanted to clarify all that. But I said in one of my previous videos about what God showed me in the end times of what's really going to happen. And I talked about what's really going to happen pertaining to CERN and giants. And actually start freaking out when it comes to that specifically. Obviously, CERN is going to, there are articles talking about how CERN wants to open up a parallel dimension or hell on earth or whatever the case is. God showed me that that's actually true. That actually is going to happen. But when they do that, it's actually going to kill the scientists at CERN. But that's not what really bugs me. What really bugged me was when I talked about how I was being chased around by giant Native Americans, which is just a huge metaphor for old gods. It's a H.P. Lovecraft uses the term old gods, a Lovecraftian term, and giants. And I want to talk about this because I was always paranoid about the fact that, you know, giants roaming the earth again, and with the technology these people have, they can cut that out. They can actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they can literally reanimate a giant because was going to bring this up in another video, but there's actually, you can actually look this up. A group of scientists, I'm not backtracking, but to prove that there's something I heard about on my Facebook a long time ago. It's my personal Facebook, about how scientists want to basically take a decapitated head and put it on a on another human body. So something like out of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So they basically take a body that has a decapitated head and put a decapitated head successfully, fully on a human body, and to the point where it can function as a normal human being. If you go back and you look that up, I'll probably make a TikTok about that. And you'll see it when I do. But basically, they successfully were able to do that, and it really never made news. So that's why I'm saying, like, you know, reanimating a giant. But point is, what I want to say is that I discovered last year, or during quarantine, or the beginning of this year, that it's actually documented that giants still exist. And that goes into the Bible, when in the book of Enoch, when the archangel Michael made the giants kill themselves, and that also goes into the flood. But also, man, I hate these people. They're not people, they're devils. But the part that really concerns me about that is because I've been finding out recently that if you look at our map of how the world is fully displayed, that they show you what they want to show you. They don't show you all of the islands that exist. They don't show you. They don't show the entirety of the continents that are on the map. So stuff like Jeffrey Epstein's island. I think Stalin had a cannibal island. A lot of islands that you hear about when celebrities buy islands for each other that don't exist. And you're wondering, where are these on the map? The reason why you can't find them on the map is because they don't want you to find them on the map. So that gets into stuff like why people, not going on a tangent or sidetracking, but that explains why when you hear stuff about ancient cultures or civilizations, why they're able to find these islands with these mysterious groups of people, their ancient practices, and all this other stuff. But point is, pertaining to this video, I want to make this short. It's actually been documented that from Hillary Clinton's leaked emails, and take this with a grain of salt, that the giants, the ones that knew what was coming or that were afraid of God actually killing them, are actually frozen in ice. And they're frozen in ice. And when I say they're frozen in ice, I mean they're frozen in Antarctica. Yeah, it's Antarctica, which there are theories about why you can't go to Antarctica. They're actually digging up viruses from either Alaska or Antarctica, ironically, which is why they explain there's a second deadlier version of the Ebola virus, which is lethal. People, I saw a TikTok which has no sound, unfortunately, but I saw a TikTok and a guy was explaining that this actually is confirmed, that basically in Antarctica, apparently the firmament that people talk about, it caps in Antarctica. A lot of countries, not a lot of people can fly to Antarctica. That's actually, you can fly anywhere in the world except for Antarctica. The only people that can fly to Antarctica are the elites. And there's been pictures and stuff about how there's a civilization in Antarctica. And according to Hillary Clinton's emails, supposedly, I gotta find the stuff if I can. Not all the giants, the Nephilim that walk the earth, are actually dead. And so that's something to be very concerned about. Just wanted to emphasize on that. And so hold on, I wrote this down. And then talked about the continents, and then to talk about like the creatures that will roam the earth. I've actually been getting visions of, it's something called a kappa. It's called, hold on, it's spelled K-A-P-P-A. Yeah, it's spelled K-A-P-P-A. And I talked about how God gives me open visions of things that are to come or that are happening. A kappa, or kappa, however you want to say it. Basically, it looks like a turtle. It has a shell on its back and has a long pointy nose, and it has like bald hair. It's like all over its head, and then it has like water on its head. And I saw that months back randomly out of nowhere, because God talks to me, and basically it came out of nowhere, and turns out that been praying, been thinking on a lot of stuff that are that is famous in myths, folklores, tales, legends. A legend is actually something that's true, which people tend to forget. These things are going to be roaming the earth when hell on earth happens, and to see something like that is very disturbing. And also, there's also something, I wanted to make another video about this, but I'm gonna mention it here. There's also something very unique and strange and supernatural about China and Japan. I've been having a lot of dreams about China and Japan lately. But anyway, want to mention that, and also another thing about these creatures that will roam the earth along with giants. It won't just be humanoid locusts, zombies, and demons, or aliens, whatever you call them. Another thing is cryptids, these creatures these supernatural creatures that pop up out of nowhere, like the Bigfoot is a part of that. But these supernatural creatures like reptilians also fall into that. But stuff like the New Jersey Devil, a lot of stuff from different countries. But what else was it? There's one I wanted to talk about stuff that's in the water, like the Leviathan is in the water. But there's more than just Leviathan comes from the Bible, but there's actually more than just Leviathan in the water. There's actually, it's in is it Bermuda? It's in the Bahamas, where they have massive blue holes. And my friend told me about this. And in the massive blue holes, the legend has it that in those holes, that most people that go diving in the water, they don't come out, because there's actually a creature in the water that is half shark, and actually half shark, half octopus. And so stuff like that will appear around the earth, along with what else was there? There's that, and then there's also another thing that my friend told me about, called it's called the Lusca, in L-U-S-C-A, Lusca, and there's like stories and about that. And then there's also, that's actually real. And then there's also something called the bloop. It's called T-H-E-B-L-O-O-P, the bloop. It's a recorded sound that the researchers found when they were investigating what's underwater. And the reason why it's called the bloop is because when you speed it up, it makes a bloop sound, like how if you were to drop a quarter into a whale of water. But slow down, it's actually something massive making that noise. And then there's also this that I wanted to talk about. Mermaids. There's actually, it went viral on my Facebook page, and I think it was either in Haiti or Jamaica, and they actually discovered the bones of a mermaid, and this thing looked hideous. And I gotta make a TikTok about that, but it looked hideous. And I was reading, I sent it to my friend on Facebook, and he was just, and he laughed. But basically, how people talk about stories of Nephilim and giants and all that other stuff. Well, I read the comments, and it actually turned out that people actually talked about their parents or their grandparents. The reason why they can't swim, why they genetically just cannot swim, is because their grandparents or their great-grandparents or stories have been told that literally when they came in contact with a mermaid, it lured them into the ocean, and it basically either tried to drown them or it tried to drown them basically. And what else was there? It tried to drown them, and when they came back, to land, they couldn't swim, or they were afraid of the water. And this is the bones of a mermaid that was found in Haiti or Jamaica that just washed up on the ocean, and that was dead, basically. It looks like a walking nightmare. And a true story. So I want to talk about that. And then also, obviously, zombies will be a thing, humanoid locusts, and also dinosaurs will be a thing, because actually, before all this stuff started happening, a couple years ago, I've been paying attention how these people want to have basically want to recreate a Jurassic Park for the masses so they can see, which we all know that's going to go bad. But dinosaurs will also be a thing. I also keep having dreams and visions. I don't know if this stuff is going to come or when the shift change happens or whatever the case is, but dinosaurs are actually going to be a thing. And I've also heard a story a long time ago how they were able to clone a dinosaur is they found a dinosaur egg somewhere around the world, because apparently that ties into like the Nephilim and stuff. But apparently they were able to find this stuff wherever they did, which goes back into what they know about these continents and the places around the world that nobody knows exist. So I want to say that, and why that's very an important thing. And these things will actually be appearing to people on the surface level, whether it be on the sea, land, or walking amongst the people. Things are going to be very interesting, which is what nobody talks about. And these things that from folk tales, from lore, from myths, legends, and cryptology or cryptozoology or whatever, however you want to talk about it, these things will be roaming the earth. And actually there's been more activity of creatures popping up around the world never before that have never been seen before. So I want to post this video, and the next video after this is basically a confirmation about a celebrity that I got. So hope you guys have a blessed day. Like, subscribe, share this. If you got anything from this, let me know. And also pray about this, because this is the real reason why you don't want to be here. And I also have to do a video about when I went to God showed me another dimension, emphasize on the part of the machine where basically they could basically just drill into your head and put you in a cryogenic chamber, like trap you in your sleep and stuff. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and yeah.